What's up, bro?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, dude. Finally.
Holy
It's
shit.
been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We honestly just haven't had our Sundays lined up for a bit here, but
No.
we're back. We're back. Finally. I've been missing it.
We can finally
Um,
talk about the trip.
So that's what we're doing here today. This is not our normal standard bowling ball review. This is something different. We are actually going to do a bunch of lane reviews because Dylan and I went on a 4-day trip together.
Bowling road
A
trip.
bowling road trip. This all started because this is like 3 years ago. We made a joke of traveling with your bowling balls, and we were like, "What is that like? Like taking your bowling balls on a plane and stuff." And anyways, it's always been kind of a thing in like the zeitgeist where we just kept talking about it. But then last year I was like, "Fuck it, let's go, dude." And so I bought us a hotel in the Excalibur, fucking in Las Vegas.
Shuts out.
We drove down and we just tried to hit bowling alleys all the way down, and then we hit a bunch of them in Vegas. And we'll talk about how we feel about the trip at the end, I think.
Yeah.
But right now we're just going to talk about all the different alleys we went to and what ball we threw there, if we can remember, how the lanes were, everything, just as much as we possibly can, and then basically just talk about the trip as a whole.
We got some funny stories too.
Oh yeah, some really insane shit that I would have never predicted in my life happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome. So anyways, the first thing I want to do is talk about which balls we took with us, because that was kind of the joke in the beginning, right? Was how do you travel with your balls and what we decided to bring. I actually brought most of my main kit. I actually took 8 balls with me. So
I brought 5.
you brought 5. So I'm just gonna start here with this one closest to me. Is I took my Summit Ascent, my Storm Summit Ascent. This is in my main kit, and I wanted to bring it because it's really light, and I figured maybe that would help on like super oily lanes. And we'll talk about that later. You?
My main my main ball for the whole trip basically turned out to be the virtual energy blackout.
The Vibo.
The Vibo.
Good old Vibo, always good.
And yeah, I'd say like
Hold on, we'll talk about that later.
Okay,
We'll talk about that later. We're gonna talk about each ball at each house.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I kind of want to touch on like what was the MVP ball,
Yeah.
like what really you worked most places.
Yeah.
There is one thing we forgot to do real quick already, and it's only 2 minutes in.
I'm
Cheers,
thirsty.
buddy. Cheers, buddy. I know, I was
Cheers.
like, I'm parched.
Oh. Mm.
Yeah, that's good. Yep,
All right.
that's good. Okay, the other balls I brought, again, main kit still. I wanted to bring some 16-pounders to kind of like see how they worked on other houses than Emerald. So I brought my Exotic Gem and my IQ Ruby, both 16 pounds. They were the only 16-pound balls I brought on the trip, but I kind of wanted to see how they acted in other houses.
The other main ball I brought was the Motive Jackal Ambush, and definitely like a rock when my Vibo's not working. I can just kind of like
Always-
default back.
Always
to
kind of
this.
fall back on that thing.
And
It honestly is like a good fallback ball. To be
Yeah.
honest. So
safe.
I thought it was a good one to bring for the trip because I didn't know what we're going to run into. And
Yeah.
It kind of feels like the ambush is always a safe ball to
Yeah, it was.
run into. And then very similar thinking to that, I brought a Jackal Ghost. This ball has never not worked.
Yeah.
Ever. So that's why I brought it, is because I was like, I need something that I can always count on. And this ball for me is like my most dependable ball. So I took my Ghost.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring my other 2 strike ball with me, but the other one was the virtual energy
The Astro Blackout.
yeah, lightning.
No,
Black Lightning.
no, that's mine. The Lightning Blackout
Right.
is mine. Yours is the Astrophysics
Astro,
Blackout.
okay. And that one killed it too.
Yeah.
That was
That ball, the thing about that ball is like, it's really, I don't know. Like, I want to say it's like sharp and heavy,
yeah,
but then there's also times where it's just not.
kind of like just pushes forward.
Yeah. So,
Like, doesn't grab.
I think I like, as far as like an aggro ball, that was a pretty good one to bring.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it would feel wrong, just like Dylan, if I didn't take my Vibo. So mine doesn't have the logo like his does anymore, but took my Vibo as well. And then, did you have any other? Oh, you brought your sniper.
Sniper, obviously, my spare ball. And then I also brought my hyped.
Oh, did you ever throw it?
I think I did once or twice.
For some reason, I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so hyped was in there.
Yeah.
And then I brought my 3 spare balls, as always, a Phase 5, a Motive Sniper, and a Mythic Jackal. And just for random spare balls, I brought those. And then these were the 5 balls I brought strikes. I know it's obscene, but I kind of wanted to see how everything worked. And I did end up throwing every single one of these balls in one of the houses.
Yeah.
Well, we'll touch on that later. So you just want to dive in?
I think so.
Okay, so first and foremost, we left here around 10 maybe? 11 maybe? Whatever, it was 11. And the first stop was Twin Falls, Idaho.
Like
where,
2 hours from here?
Yeah, 2 hours. The Bolodrome, I think it's called.
Yeah.
We stopped at the Bolodrome, and first we got the hottest hamburger I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And not in the way that you would think. It was not the burger was hot, but the entire restaurant was.
It must have been 95 degrees.
It was so hot. And Dylan and I were like, I don't even know if I want to eat this, because, like, you know, like when you're just sweaty hot, and then
nothing's good.
It's just like a big sloppy cheeseburger. I was like, all right, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we went to Bolodrome. First one, Boloramadrome, Twin Falls, Idaho. Very first valley. We're shooting for a 7.
Bolodrome.
And they give us a lane like second from the end, right on the end. How many lanes? It was probably had to be 36 lanes or something like that.
Yeah. 25 maybe, something like that.
Yeah, 25. It's an odd number somehow. There's one lane on its own.
Right.
So yeah, we were right on the end, and first thought, for some reason, I don't know why, I thought they were going to be dry as fuck.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be oiling.
Yeah, for some reason, I just didn't anticipate it being oiled, but the oil in Twin Falls was pretty nice.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about it?
It seemed maintained well, and that was it might have been just an energy thing, but I do remember, like, maybe I was just so high on that, like, all right, trip's getting started.
Right.
I'm so pumped, and I actually did pretty well.
Yeah. So, little side note: before we started, I made a bet with Dylan because even though we had only driven for 2 hours and not done any bowling, I was already like pretty hyped on it, and it sounds like Dylan was too.
Oh yeah.
That I was like, "Fuck it, I want to do this again." Even though we were 2 hours in,
Right.
and I was like, "Okay, the bet is total pinfalls across the whole trip. Whoever has less pinfalls has to buy the hotel next year." And we made this at Twin Falls, and Dylan throttled me. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be buying Excalibur next year. We'll talk more about that as it goes, but Dylan came out hot. He got a 677 in Twin, cranking. I did get a 633, which was good, which was fine. But honestly, the lanes themselves kind of looked a little whatever-ish, but the lanes felt nice. They were oiled.
Yeah.
But it was twisters, which we used to play on twisters at Emerald, and I liked them then. But now that I've been spoiled with wood pins, I just, for some reason, have trouble. Like, the sound is off, a little bit off. Something's weird about it.
They don't bounce around the same.
They just don't give you the pin action like the way you expect it to or something. And, Twin Falls, it was just good. For me, it was fine.
It's just kind of like a middle of the road.
Exactly. Like, there's nothing too amazing that happened. The best part was the NPC bartender.
Yeah.
Who we went up, and it was like you have like a dialogue option. Hi.
Yeah.
And they just repeat the same thing over and over. It was pretty fun. But yeah, another note, maybe it's just Twin Falls, just like the restaurant, hot as fuck in there.
I think I lost 2 pounds of water.
Yeah, I sat down
Sweating.
at one point and I looked in the chair and there's a perfect ass print on the chair of sweat. And I was like, okay, don't sit down again because like,
Right.
that was bad. Yeah, hot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that like started off the whole journey.
Yeah, I thought it was a great starting point.
Yeah.
The lanes were fine. Everything's fine. It was just middle. It wasn't like shitty in any way. So like it was fine. And a 677 and a 633 to start was awesome.
Yeah.
And what ball did you use there?
It had to have been Vivo.
Vivo. I used my Summit Ascent.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to start on the Summit because I don't know, for some reason it was, like sometimes in your brain you're just like it feels like a Summit day.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Then that Summit ended up working fine there. I averaged 210 or whatever. So that was fine. But yeah, Twin Falls. Honestly, like, without knowing what was coming, I was like, oh, this is an excellent start.
Yeah.
Dylan, first one in the bag. First one in the bag. How we feel?
First one's done. It was pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. Bullet Twin Falls. Fucking 633, 677 right off rip. Super slick, insanely slick. My first backup ball went nowhere, but we kind of locked in. Got a couple hand bones.
10 pins.
Felt good. Dylan got a
really good.
268 game 3. That was fucking. We were cranking. It felt good.
Yeah.
I missed one 10 pin because it was so slick, but other than that, we were locked in. A couple weird splits left, probably because it's twisters, but that's okay. Yeah, I feel good about it. And also our bartender that gave us waters was a Fallout NPC and was asking us about our trip and shit. So that was pretty cool.
It was great.
But yeah, Bullet Drum, great start.
Killed it.
But in the end of the road, in the end of the whole trip, looking back on it now, it was one of the lower
You're right.
bowling alleys. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that because I want to kind of compare each bowling alley as we go.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was Twin. Nothing too remarkable. The next one was Ely, Nevada. So we decided to get a hotel in Ely and kind of cut the drive in half there.
Right.
And Ely has this bowling alley there. And it's called Sunset Lanes. And we got there. There's no windows. There's no any. It's just a cinder block building.
A very tiny sign that says Sunset Lanes.
But on the opposite side from where the door is. So it doesn't seem like you're going in the right spot at all. And there's not really a parking lot or a way to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, we had to like go all the way
You have to,
around
drive
and then
through,
a back
someone's
alley.
driveway to get there.
Yeah.
And when we got there, I was like, surely this isn't an actual bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
We just made it to Sunset Lanes in Ely, and it is the sketchiest fucking building of all time. I don't even know if it's real. We're gonna go see if we got lanes. Fuck it. So we actually left all our shit in the car, walked over there, and like peeked through the window, and you could see lanes. We're like, oh, all right, fuck yeah.
All right.
So
So we
we
found it.
So we walk in, and the guy at the counter goes, "Who are you?"
Yeah. like we had an appointment or something.
Yeah, like he had never seen anyone that wasn't a regular before.
Yeah.
No one's ever been there that hasn't been there before.
No.
And then anyways, we go, well, we're just here to bowl, man. And he goes, he goes, are you just driving through or what? And we're like, yeah. So we actually tell him the whole story. We tell him everything. We're like, oh, we're just hitting all these bowling alleys on the way. We want to have a whole bowling trip. It's just us two. We're just going through. And then he's like, okay. And we're like, can we bowl? He goes, and,
Go get down there.
And then he goes, lane 6. We're like, okay.
All right.
And I was like, do I pay? Like, can I get games? And
Right.
he just, and I was like,
All right.
all right.
We'll pay after.
So I walked down to 6, and then Dylan comes down and he goes, hey, you actually said we can have 6 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're actually on like 3 and 4 or something.
Right,
like that.
right.
We're way on the left side.
Yeah.
Okay, way on the left side. Let me clarify. There's 8 lanes, so we're not anywhere because they're all right next to each other. But
Right.
he gave us 2 lanes, and weirdly, this was not something I anticipated on this trip. Was being able to get any cross lane at all.
No.
But yeah, we got cross lane in Ely, and he just set them up, and we didn't tell him how many games we were going to play or anything. The idea was to play a series in every alley, But yeah, he just racked them up.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Made us feel like we were part of the
Yeah, like, okay,
part of the locals.
he was shocked that we weren't regulars.
Yeah.
And then immediately treated us as we're regulars.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was great.
And then we set up, we're down there. They have, it's league on the other side, but it's 4 teams of 2 people each. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking awesome. So it's just 2 people teams for league. I went and looked at their league sheet and stuff. It was awesome. It was just like, it was like 10 people in the league. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And they were down bowling on the other side. And Dylan and I start bowling. And the very first thing, and I don't know if you can see it on the video, but immediately I go, Dylan, these are wood lanes.
Old school wood.
Yeah, they're real wood lanes.
Yeah.
Real wood lanes, wood pins. And I've never bowled on wood lanes before.
I don't think I have either.
And so I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is awesome. And they're way different. It's
Much different.
Super different. And anyways, we start bowling, and the owner, I'm assuming it's the owner, it's gotta be. He comes over and he goes, you guys have probably never bowled on wood lanes before. He said, no, we have not. And then he stood there and just started watching us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just kept going.
Mm.
And it was so fun that Dylan and I ended up playing 10 games.
Yeah.
We played 10 games. And at one point, it had to be like game 5 or 4 even. It was way early. I was up there bowling, and I noticed no one else is bowling anymore.
Yeah.
It's
just us.
They all stopped.
Yeah.
And it's just us bowling. And we're just cranking, having a good time. And then unfortunately, it's not recorded because we recorded the first 3 games. But like game 7, I made it to my 10th on all strikes.
Front 9.
Yeah. And I went up and I was like, holy shit. I'm going to try to get a 300 in this fucking
on the road trip
right now. Like I'm going to do it on a trip right now. And I go up, and the thing I was stoked about was 10th throw was actually probably the best of all of them. Right in, and it left me a stone. I want to say it was an 8. I think it was an 8. Left me a stone 8. And I hadn't realized, but all of the league and the owner and all the regulars were behind us just watching, and they all go, oh.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize they were just watching us. They were just
Right.
watching us bowl. And then this is the most I've ever felt like a celebrity in my life. They all came out and were like shaking our hands and hugging us.
You guys are
and
awesome.
like, you guys are awesome. You must be on tour. You have to be on tour.
Right.
And we're like, no, we're just driving
We're
through.
just having fun.
And anyways, they were like just clapping and like shaking our hands and hugging us and stuff. It was like amazing. It was amazing. It was one of the most insane moments of my life.
Like I was in a movie almost.
For reals. And then one guy was talking to us and he goes, we bowl here. Like we have league and we bowl. We were actually just in league right now. And he goes, we bowl, but you guys bowl. And
Right.
that really, like, I don't know, some part of that just made me feel like so, it was just like magical. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, we don't bowl anything like that. And they're like, it was so cool. And then out of curiosity, I went and looked at a league sheet, and the season high game was a 181.
Yeah.
And I got 2 different 260s, and Dylan got like, I think you got a 240 or something like that. Like we got
maybe one good game.
We were getting like really high scores, and it was just like cool that they were so hyped on watching us.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like, it was just awesome.
Right.
How
This is still day 1 of the trip.
This is literally the second bowling alley, day 1 of the trip.
And unfortunately, I bet if I had another night or 2, the wood lanes did not agree with me.
I think there's something about the wood lanes that are really difficult
It was
because
tough.
this is nothing against the lanes themselves or anything. They were
No.
actually oiled really well, I felt.
It's just a
But
different style.
It's just the wood you just grab so hard on.
Yeah.
And like I think you have to anticipate just a giant bite at the end.
I must have had 12 splits.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is it fucking slammed.
Yeah.
It would slam. The wood lanes were hard. I'll admit that, but man, it was
You crushed it though.
so fun. Yeah, so I got on our first 3, I got a 642, and then Dylan got a 505.
505.
505.
Yeah.
And I think it was just difficult lanes.
Yeah.
The wood lanes, it's hard to learn. I did use my ghost though. My ghost in that house for the first 3. I tried my IQ, the 16-pounder, and it was just it was way too much for that house.
Yeah.
Like, it would slam and they would like fly into the next lane over. Like, it just hit so hard. And then I did my when I got the front 9, it was with my Vibo. So I tried multiple balls there, and it seemed like the Vibo and the Ghost, like my nice little mid balls, really, really worked pretty nice.
Yeah.
There. Do you remember what you used there? Was it your Vibo?
I started with Vibo. I went to the astrophysics, and then I just started cycling through all the balls because I could not figure it out.
We played 10 games, so it was.
Yeah.
We had plenty of time to try all the different balls and stuff. But man, that Ghost just felt amazing, and I think it was just that nice little soft parabola it has. It just cranked so hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Vibo was what I thought I was going to put another 3 on my Vibo. To be honest, I was getting pretty excited.
Right.
And then there's a little detail that after this amazing experience, to make it even better somehow, when we walk out, we really got to pay, and he charges us like $1 a game,
like half price.
And I was like,
really?
Are you sure? And he's like, we had so much fun watching you that like, I just like whatever. Like, I'm just happy you guys came through.
Yeah.
And he
gave us league price.
Yeah, he told us that it was like an honor that we came through, and I was like, that is like, it was the most amazing experience. I've never been treated like that.
Surreal and polite, and
it was just unbelievable. And then somehow, to make it even better, he said, "Don't forget about us." And he gave us towels that say Sunset Lanes on them when we left.
It was the best.
He gave us these little towels, and it's just, I could not believe how amazing it was.
Yeah.
Like, it just kept getting better and better, and like everybody was so kind, and the owner was so kind, and if we ever do this again, 100% Ely is going to be.
We're stopping there.
It is no doubt in my mind that Ely is going to be a stop. What's up, Dilly? Ely, Nevada. We bowled at Sunset Lanes. We went for 3. We recorded 3, and the owner fucking just gave us cross lane, and he said just pay after, and we ended up bowling 10. And I made the front 8 on one of them, and then fucked up my 9th, and all the regulars, I can hear all the locals. I can hear them go, oh, and then anyways, we just kept cranking, and like fat ass game after fat ass game. And then they came up after us and go, you guys really should be on the tour. You're amazing. You're amazing. It was like the most. It was the most amazing. Dude, it was so cool. And the all wood lanes, amazing. Wood pins, all wood lanes. It was like, it was amazing. Sunset Lanes could not have been better.
Yeah, and I did not expect that. I thought it was gonna be like 5 lanes. No one's really there. No one cares about bowling.
Yeah, and like I didn't expect. Okay, the real truth is, I was hyped on just getting cross lane, and then it just kept going up. Really, I could not have had a better experience there.
Yeah.
And I did pretty good. Dylan had some troubles, but overall,
still a great time.
Overall, I was gonna say, how did you feel about?
Oh, I loved it.
The bowling.
Yeah, absolutely loved it.
I as dumb as it is, afterwards we went to our hotel, and I like couldn't go to bed.
Yeah,
because it was just so fucking awesome.
Yeah, we were geeked up.
It was just awesome. I was like, dude, I gotta like call people. I gotta like tell them the story. It was just amazing. Ely was 10 out of 10. I had so much fun.
And I kind of had the thought before we left of like, oh, maybe I'll get like a shirt from each place. Like, that could be cool. And then we got the towel, and then it was like, no, we'll get one of these from.
So
from
I had never thought of it at all.
Yeah.
In my mind, it was like, I'm going to bowl. I'm going to remember the alleys, and I'll never remember their names because I didn't even comprehend. And then he gave us that towel, and I was like, why the fuck did I not think of this? Like, no shit. So a little bit of a spoiler alert. I'm going to show you some more towels later because I ended up trying to buy towels at everyone.
It turned into a mission for us.
But there's not that much branded stuff at these bowling alleys.
There's not.
Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
But yeah, that was Ely. Experience, I'm going to give you the spoiler right now. It doesn't get better.
Yeah.
That was the most amazing experience on the trip, I think, I had.
Even bowling like ass, I still would absolutely relive that whole thing.
Oh, I would do that every night of my life if I could. But this is not this is not an experience review. This is the lane review.
Right.
And as far as Ely versus Twin, how do you feel?
Well,
and take it just as a lane.
Yeah.
Just purely the lanes.
No, personally, Ely was on the bottom.
Ely's on the bottom?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Well, let's just compare the two for now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
out of the two,
okay, so you like Twin more? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this might be a surprise. I really like the wood lanes.
Yeah.
I actually super liked them. And the wood pins, mostly. I really liked the wood pins. I think I liked Ely more. If let's run the hypothetical that Twin Falls and Ely were in our town, in Boise, I would go to Ely.
I would, just so I could like try to conquer it.
Okay, I feel that.
It was like a beast that was kicking my ass.
Yeah, right. I think it is really hard to adapt on the wood lanes. I'm gonna be 100%
for
honest.
sure.
Like it was tough, but just lane versus lane, I think I liked Ely more than I liked Twin Falls. The approach on Twin was kind of weird. Ely felt good. The machines were very old.
Yeah,
but that's not necessarily the lane's fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, personally, I think I'm putting Ely over Twin.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's fair. All right. Then we stay the night. We wake up off to Mesquite, which was not on the original plan. Was not on our original. The owner of Ely actually is the one that said, "Hey, go to Mesquite."
He
said, "Oh,
a little out of the way, but
let's fucking
basically
go."
on the way.
Yeah, I mean, we just had to take a different route, and then it added like 30 minutes. To the trip. So we're like, let's do it.
Done.
So we went to Mesquite, and it's called Virgin River.
Yeah.
This one was pretty big, right? There had to be 60 lanes or something.
Yeah,
like that? Yeah,
at least 40.
Yeah, so 40 to 60 lanes. It's in there. It was pretty big. It was the first like big alley.
Yeah,
I would say. And we got there, and again, we're all the way on the right, like at the very end. I think there's only like 3 or 4 lanes to the right of us.
Yeah.
And immediately the approach is insanely slick. Like you would throw and just keep going.
Right.
It was super slick.
I go up to just like test it out, and even then, like I'm real wide stance just to test it, and even then I'm like, oh whoa. Shit.
Yeah, it's seriously like the Mario level when you're on ice.
Yeah. It was an ice rink.
It was wild.
Yeah.
And then the lanes were pretty oily here, right?
They were.
They're
especially the front of the lane. If you kind of gave it some lob and toss it over, I do remember that because I went first and I traveled 2 boards, I think. Yeah.
And I was like cranking. And then Dylan went and lobbed it, and it worked pretty nice.
Right.
And then I saw that, and then tried my throw again, and it fucking sucked again because I'm pretty sure I have the first 2 open.
Yeah.
In Virgin River, and then I was like, I see what he's doing. So I started lobbing my shit, and then that started working. But you had to like break over that first like trench.
It was like the oil from the approach had leaked into the first 5 feet or
like
10
everybody
feet.
who kept sliding with their foot 15 feet into the lane,
Into the
they
lane.
just were taking all the oil down. That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
It was really wet, but once we got it figured out, I think we kind of cranked a little bit.
Yeah.
My personal goal, I'm going to say that right now, was to just I wanted a 600 at every house.
7. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh, no. So we did take an over-under on how many 700s were going to be thrown. And Dylan took the over 2, and I had to take the under 2. And I wanted to get a 7, obviously, but I just wanted to make sure I got 6 in every house. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Because if I skipped this trip with a 200 average, I was going to be happy.
Yeah.
And I remember starting on Virgin River and going, oh shit, I'm only going to make it through 2 bowling alleys with a 6.
Yeah.
But once I kind of started figuring out what Dylan was doing, I was like, okay, I'm going to make it. And I did. I actually got a 617 here in Virgin River. But the star of the show is my boy over here. Dylan got a 692.
Yeah. Almost cracked that first 700.
Almost cracked the first 7, which was not looking good for my under.
Yeah.
Too, because man, that dude, a 677 in twin and then a 692 in Virgin River. I was like, well, shit, he almost got 2 of them right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that 692, he was cranking. I think your second game was a 279 or something like that. Like absolutely destruction. Like you were locked in there. I kind of struggled a little bit, but I still clutched out a 617. So that was pretty good. I do know that I used my IQ here. And this ends up, spoiler, being the only bowling alley that the 16-pound balls worked in.
Oh, yeah.
I could not get them to work anywhere else.
Yeah.
They just kept being too strong for the house. Like, they just send pins everywhere and just leave nasty splits. But I remember my IQ working pretty well here.
Yeah.
So far I've had 1 Summit Ascent, 1 Ghost, and then 1 IQ, which was good. This is why I brought all of them, is to learn all that stuff.
I think this is the one where I started Vibo, and then I actually moved to the astrophysics.
The astrophysics. I do remember. I think you're right, because I was like, oh, his astrophysics is actually going to be his MVP, because you kept balling to it after the first game in each alley, because you did it in Ely too. And I was like, this is going to be it. 692. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was again like first bowling alley of the day, second day of the trip, and I just like all energy, fucking pumped.
Yeah, I will say that this one had its pro shop open with no labeled anything.
Nothing special.
Nothing special. And the kids at the counter were very uninterested in bowling, I think. We actually bought a 4th game. So we wanted to play one more, I think. And we said one more game, and they go, why?
Yeah. What? One of them's drawing like cartoons.
Yeah, I was like
at the desk,
because we're here to bowl, dude.
Yeah.
And then they had pens that said Virgin River, so I was like, I'm gonna take one of those just so I can have something branded.
Yeah.
And I asked the kid, I said, can I steal one of those? He goes, dude, steal anything.
Yeah, he's take it. I don't care. So, all right.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, Virgin River, how do you feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think out of those 3, it would be my top. So it would be Virgin Twin Falls.
Yeah, I think so. Virgin definitely had all of the newest stuff that we bowled on, for sure. And the lanes felt really good once I figured them out. And because of that, I think I would put Virgin River at this point in time as my favorite across the 3. Ely the lanes were difficult and weird because they're wood. And I think I get a lot of the rose tinted glasses on it because it was just such an amazing experience. But just lane per lane, Virgin River was awesome. And then the casino outside of Virgin River, I won $13 and I left 13 up, so that was pretty cool.
Was the great gambling start was positive.
Yeah, it was positive. So Mesquite, we're positive. We're up. Actually, I think you lost some. So never mind. We're probably it's a wash in Mesquite. All right, we're back.
Hey.
Just got done in Mesquite, Nevada. Went to something like Ultimate Virgin
River
lanes, and they
pretty basic, bitch.
Yeah, they're kind of basic. Like it's just lanes in a casino, so that was kind of fun to walk through the casino with your balls. That was a little weird. And we played 4 games. Dylan actually got a 275 game 1, and then it was gonna be a 279. But shit kept breaking. You'd drop 7 and 10 pins, and then fucking and then also if you're off by a centimeter, it'd just leave a big ass split for no reason. And then it was counting gutters and shit. I hit a nasty strike and it goes gutter, and then made me shoot a spare that there's no pins up because I hit them all. Just shit like that. Also, it was really, really insanely wet. Had to over crank to get it to go anywhere, but. I don't know, it kind of led into some crazy games because they exploded, so it was good. I think I got a 613 after a horrible start or something like that. You got a 690 or some shit like that. So, it's alright. Not the best one so far.
And up on gambling.
Oh yeah, I won $13 in the casino. Let's go.
Your boys up.
We're up. And then after that, we made the rest of the drive with 30 minutes or something like that into Vegas and checked into our hotel. and
got all settled.
got all settled up, and then we decided we were going to do one more bowling alley for that day because we had Mesquite. We got there around noon or 1 or something like that, so we had plenty of time. And then we're like, well, let's go. We had a show that night, so we're like, let's go hit a.
We got 3 hours or something.
Yeah, 3 hours. Let's go hit a lane. So we went to.
I think it's the Orleans.
The Orleans.
Yeah.
We got there, and this one's huge.
It was
massive.
really big.
72 lanes. It's massive. And
Yeah.
also, this was our first experience because Virgin River, you got to basically walk through the back door to the bowling alley. This was our first experience walking through a casino to get to the alley.
Yeah.
And as someone from Idaho who's never done that, and our lane, you just walk right into it. And this was so bizarre to walk past.
It's 5 minutes of casino walking.
Exactly, like up escalators and stuff.
Elevator,
it was just like,
yeah.
it was so bizarre. And like, that's what I remember from the Orleans was like, man, like we're wheeling into, we have a 5-minute hike into the bowling alley. Like,
Yeah.
it was so bizarre
weird.
for us.
Yeah.
But it gets more bizarre.
It gets real crazy.
It gets you want to take this one? I feel like I've been telling every story.
I don't know, man. This is I'm trying to like remember exactly because it's like we get up out of the elevator and it's packed. It's Friday night. It's a packed
honestly,
house.
There's 72 lanes. 71 of them
Yeah.
are full
All
to
taken.
the brim with
Yeah.
like 11 people on every lane.
Right. So that was kind of like a holy shit. There's a lot of people here. Well, I'm used to like 40, 50 people at our bowling alley. There's like 200 people.
It was insanely packed.
And we get a lane, and we start walking over to it, and there's like 6 or 8 kids, probably like
And like kids, so
14.
I call a lot of people kids when they're 30.
Yeah.
But these were like actual kids. 13 maybe.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at ages, but they had to be there. 13, 12, 13, 14. Like right in that age range.
Yeah. And they're basically taking over both lanes. So they have their own, but they're sitting in our side. So we kind of had to be like, hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Unavoidable had to talk to them because they were literally sitting in our chairs.
Crowding the whole...
Like where our lane was, they're in our chairs.
Yeah. So, we kind of had to establish
and also,
a presence.
to that point, didn't move once we got there.
Yeah. We kind of had to
I would literally step over the one kid's legs in the chair to get to my lane so I could go throw my ball.
We weren't bowling alone, basically. we're coexisting.
Yeah.
But... And...
weirdly,
I don't know. Yeah.
Not the most interesting part of the Orleans was the group of, it had to be 10 of them, 13-year-old boys. But the lane to the right of them had...
Salvano? What was
Valentino.
Valentino. And, he was just a very loud and animated. And
it's worth saying it again, loud.
Yeah, very loud. I think the first interaction was he sees me get a strike, and he he could the lane one. We were on lane 30 something. Lane 1 could hear him just basically yelling towards me.
Everyone there's 400 people talking at once, and everyone heard Valentino.
You could still hear that guy. Yeah. And he goes, wow, man, great strike. You're like Thor with his hammer. Yes, Thor. And yep, all right, thank you. Hey, I appreciate it, thank you. And then again, I get a strike, and then I just hear him fucking billowing out from my back right. Thor, hammer, yeah. So that was interesting.
And let me you think a couple times yelling Thor when he gets a strike is okay, that's kind of wild. It was every single strike that Dylan threw for the rest of the time. Thor!
You're a hammer.
And then at one point he walked over and he goes, "You gotta grow the hair, man. I was like, what the fuck is he? And then I realized he's talking about Thor's hair.
Yeah.
But Thor, and then he kept pointing at me and going, "You'll get a nickname.
Yeah,
but that's
he's like-
Thor. You get a nickname, but
Right,
that's
he's
Thor."
like, I don't have anything for you yet.
Yeah.
This is Thor, though.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And then somehow it gets weirder
It does get weirder.
because he gets 2 strikes or 3 strikes or something in a row, and it's insanely loud. I can't project my voice that far.
Me
He was
neither.
singing mariachi music. I'm assuming. I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
it was like it felt very mariachi music to me.
Yeah.
As loud as he possibly could. And then he's on, mind you, the 13-year-olds are all bowling next to us. He's in the lane next to them.
Yeah.
And now he's in their group with the 13-year-old boys,
Right.
screaming mariachi music.
Well, yeah.
And this is all overflowing onto our lane.
Right.
And there was multiple times where on my approach, I had to stand to the left of them to walk to the right just to throw, to get around them. And then I distinctly remember one time Dylan went up to throw, and one of the kids laid down face down on the ground on our approach.
Right.
So Dylan would have to throw over him.
Pretty much.
It was the most insane. It's almost like the energy of Ely had bubbled over, and like
volcano.
some sort of insanity, just like it was crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
Now the unfortunate part of this is I didn't get to record. I have footage for I'm missing footage for 2 alleys,
Yeah.
but I didn't get to record at New Orleans because there was no point where it was just Dylan and I bowling on our lane,
No.
and I don't feel comfortable recording 13-year-olds and stuff and setting up a tripod and like
If it wasn't super crowded,
yeah,
would've.
exactly. And so I wanted to kind of return to the Orleans because it's open till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
for some reason,
yeah.
but we just never got to. But yeah, I'm missing footage, but I just didn't feel comfortable like setting up a camera and recording 13-year-olds, and like it just felt weird. So we don't have any footage from Orleans.
Yeah.
I did take a little video of us walking through, which I'll show.
Yeah. And we got
so you
some
can kinda see
pictures.
it. We got some pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll have to send me the picture.
Yeah.
But like it was insane, and these kids just like dapping each other out on our lane. None of it was taking place on their lane because they're bowling.
Right.
The rest of them are on our lane celebrating the other kids bowling.
They'll like walk over to our side, grab their ball, and then walk
And
around the ball
yeah.
return and then throw.
And at one point, the kid was on our side with his elbows on the ball return, watching his friends, but standing on our side.
Right in front of us.
On our approach.
And just like kind of wait.
And so
And
we're just like,
all right.
what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And then what's funny is to the left of us
Mhm.
was other people that were obviously like league bowlers.
Yeah.
They had all the balls and shoes and stuff, and like they knew what was up, and they do lane etiquette and
They
stuff
had
like
manners. Yeah.
that. And at one point, they talk to Dylan, and they say, "I have no idea how you're bowling as well as you are."
Yeah. Like that. You guys are insane.
Yeah, which is funny because Dylan gets a 649 with all of this going on.
Yeah. And yes, the our boy Valentino yelling every time I get a strike. I happen to get a really good. It was a really good night for me.
He's cranking,
Yeah.
and with all of this shit going on.
Yeah.
And then even wilder is, I beat Dylan.
Yeah.
I got a 678.
Yeah.
We fucking crushed in
Mhm.
New Orleans. We crushed. But it was the most like ratchet
Mhm.
experience of my life. I could not. It was just like,
1,000 things going on at once.
yeah. And then when we left and we're in the elevator going down, and I was like, it was like Korean 1,000-yard stare almost. Where it's
Right.
like, what the fuck just happened to me? Like,
It's a quiet walk back to the car.
Yeah,
and I'm just
it
like,
was like-
what the hell?
yeah. And then when you get the balls in the car, you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Did that really just happen?
Yeah. So, anyways, Orleans. I have no footage. I have a little bit of footage of like the lanes, but I don't have any footage of us bowling. But that shit was wild.
It was insane.
Valentino. Oh yeah. And okay, I went to the bathroom. I don't know what the conversation. We'll have to ask Dylan here in a second, but I'll tell my side. I went to the bathroom and washed my hands because I just felt gross afterwards because like there's just shit everywhere. Like it's just yeah. Anyways, I come back, pack up all my stuff, and then Valentino comes up and he shakes my hand
Oh
I
yeah.
think he hugged me.
Yeah.
And then he goes, take care of this man.
Yeah.
And he points to Dylan, and I go, okay. And he goes, he loves you. And then I was like,
Right.
does Valentino think we're dating?
Right.
I'm fine with it. I love that. But like, what the fuck? Like, what? And anyways, it seemed like Thor and Valentino were talking while I was in the bathroom. But then
Yeah.
I was like, he loves you. I was like, what the
So
hell?
then-
Like, does Valentino think we're dating?
Right. So then I was like, all right, Gage, so this is what happened. He comes over and he's like, this is your best friend, right? Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's like, well, you better take care of him. You better watch out for him. Like, you love this man, right? I'm like, yeah, I do.
And
He's
then
like, all right, well, you guys, you know, keep that connection strong, keep the friendship together. I was like, okay, you got it, man.
and the real truth is, you're right, Valentino. Like,
You're
you're
he
right.
called it.
In New Orleans, more than ever, I felt like I needed to protect Dylan because we were 1 minute away from being shot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would not have been surprised if we had been shot or like tried to somebody sold drugs to
To
us or
fight,
something.
yeah.
Get in a fight. I would have been surprised at all if any of that would have happened
Yeah.
because that's just the night that the Orleans was happening.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck is going on?
It was like
Um,
I would imagine actually going to New Orleans and just like trying to bowl in the middle of the street. It was insane.
100% what it was.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it was. It was like if you lived in New Orleans and you were in the middle of like the party district or whatever,
Right.
and
just
you were trying to bowl a game.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it was. As much as an amazing experience Ely was, so was Orleans,
Right.
just in a totally different flavor.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So over the top.
Yeah. So that was Orleans.
Yeah.
Overall, how'd you feel? How'd you feel about it?
I mean, honestly, like if we could have gone back and it was like, you know, noon or something, and there were one of 50 people or
Yeah.
something, it probably would have been top.
See, this is what I'm saying too. Is I think the lanes actually were. I mean, our series kind of
Yeah.
fucking hint at it. I think it's actually really good lanes and really good pins and really good like ball return and like everything was really nice. Just our exact situation
Right.
was about as bad as it possibly could be.
I was too distracted to like actually pay attention
Yeah,
to the lanes.
which is
pretty
hilarious that
much.
we did what we did.
Yeah.
I think honestly at one point I got 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, but like it's just that's all I remember.
Right.
I it's hard for me to judge the lanes really because I just remember like
I don't remember
what
bowling,
the
really.
fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And the kids had so many bowling balls up on the ball return.
Yeah.
that Dylan and I had a slot for one ball.
Right.
So to throw my spare ball, I'd have to remove the ball. But
Yeah.
remember, they're sitting in our chairs. So I had nowhere to put my bowling ball.
Yeah.
So I would take that ball and I would just carry it all the way
All
back
the way
to
to
the back part
Yeah.
and basically put it on the rack
Yeah.
because I had to pull my spare ball out.
Right.
It was just bizarre.
Yeah.
But with all that said, that might be one of our best as me and you together
Yeah, both of
series
us.
where we both did good, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think the lanes were actually really nice.
Right.
The
Yeah.
situation was insane.
Yeah.
And that was New Orleans. That was the last one of Friday,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. So we went to Orleans Friday.
Mhm.
I still had talking about it now. I was like, dude, it was so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was weird. And that was also the first lane where we walked past the casino, which was also weird.
hmm
But ranking it amongst the 4 now.
I think I put it in my number 2, right below Mesquite.
Me too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to give it another shot
Yeah.
if we go again because I think it got a bad shake
Mhm.
because
That RNG.
and it has nothing to do with the lanes. It just
No.
is with the people we got lined up next to.
Yeah.
But another unforgettable experience.
Absolutely. 1,000%, dude.
So that was Orleans.
Sick. Yeah.
Just overall a ratchet experience.
Yeah.
Like I was not
It was kind of like the perfect wrap up for our first night in Vegas.
honestly true. Like it was if you were to picture Vegas bowling,
Yeah.
it was Vegas bowling. Like,
Right.
Just hood shit. It was out of control.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Mhm.
To the point that I was like, I'm not even gonna clean these balls. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Right. We're running out that door.
And then Saturday. Okay, Saturday we wake up and we're gonna go to Sam's Town.
Mhm.
I didn't know what that was.
Me
In
neither.
my mind, I was picturing Sam's Club.
Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be like a Walmart with a bowling alley. Like,
Yeah,
not even kidding at all.
Discount.
But anyways, we got to Sam's Town, which I guess is like a big like bingo place or someplace like that.
Mm.
Like there was a fuck ton of bingo
Oh
there,
yeah,
right?
like a huge hall.
And then again, no signage for where the bowling alley was.
No.
So we took our balls in this time. No, we walked in first and went and looked for it, I think.
I think there was like a sign that just pointed up.
That's right. And then we were like, okay, let's go grab our balls. But then I again, we were just walking around through
It
the
was
casino.
another couple minutes of
like
just
where the fuck is this
rolling
place?
our.
And
yeah.
then Orleans was upstairs. Sam's Town was in the basement.
Right.
So we went down to the basement.
Yeah.
And now I want to mention every bowling alley, Twin Falls, Ely, Virgin River, Orleans, all of them. So hot. We have been sweating. Which, to be totally fair, our home alley, Emerald, also is always so hot.
We had the same issue.
So anyways, we're like, this must just be a thing where
Mhm.
they just don't AC.
And no fans, no
bowling
AC.
alleys.
Yeah.
Yep, that's just the way it is. Okay, the reason I bring this up is we go to Sam's Town, maybe because it's in the basement, but it is
It's a perfect,
perfection.
like 67 degrees down there.
It is perfect.
Yeah.
And then every alley has every lane has a fan above it.
Their own, ceiling
Perfect.
fan.
AC, perfect.
It was
it
air
was
is constantly
so
moving.
That
Yeah.
was the first thing I noticed. And they had a giant tournament. This is another big ass lane, right? There had to be
Yeah.
60 or something like that
Yeah.
lanes. And they had a tournament and every single lane was used. So the lady out of the counter says, oh, it's going to be a little bit of a wait, 45 minutes or whatever.
Which was weird because we were like, damn, Saturday? Like,
Right?
Afternoon,
Yeah.
noonish?
And so we're like,
Okay.
whatever, we're here to bowl. We're just going to hang out. So Dylan and I went around, looked to the pro shop and stuff. And this one did have a towel. So
Yeah.
I actually bought a Sam's Town towel.
Mhm.
So there's a second towel of the trip.
Mhm.
And so that was pretty cool. Pro shop was pretty cool. Just walk around, look around. And then she calls us up like 6 minutes after she tells us
Yeah,
45
like
minutes.
10 minutes or something.
And she goes, yeah, okay, we actually got you a lane. And if you want, you can have 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got cross lane again.
Yep.
The second time this trip. And
Mm.
I did not expect to get cross lane once, but we got it again in Sam's Town.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you take first couple throws. How do we feel?
It was it was maybe the air circulation and how nice it was down there that already I was like, man, this is so nice. This is so good. Then I throw, and I think it was like perfect lanes.
That's what I remember too.
Yeah.
It was perfect. It
Yeah.
felt so good.
Yeah.
And the strikes were so good.
Yeah, they sounded
And
good.
Wood pins.
Wood pins.
Yep.
There wasn't that like weird oil where you're just like you can tell you hit a dry patch or you
Yep.
hit a wet patch.
Yeah, it was like oiled really nice, which they had just ran a tournament on it.
Yeah.
But it felt so good, so nice. And that's what I remember too.
Yeah. And
And
like
cross lane.
right. 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, I was like, I'm in heaven. This is so nice.
Legit, 100%. To the point that we went and asked the pro shop guy, is this a regular Saturday? And he goes,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's usually dead as hell in here.
Right.
And I think right then and there, Dylan and I looked at each other. We said, if we lived in Vegas, these would be our lanes.
This is the spot.
And we still had a lot of lanes to go, but up until that point, it was perfect.
Mhm.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And we're only going to compare it against the lanes we bowled against so far,
Yeah.
that we bowled with so far. But I just remember being like, oh, like this is it.
Mm-hmm.
I also have to mention, just because I've never really seen it, the like seating and stuff around the lanes was like beautiful.
That was all good
Like
too.
it was all like
spacious.
it was all like
and-
wood and like really
Yeah.
nice like columns and stuff. Like it was just really
Yeah.
a really really nice bowling alley. I
Right.
really liked it.
yeah.
And I got a 653 there, so
Yeah.
cranked, and then Dylan got a 613.
Okay.
So cranked pretty nice.
Yeah.
We bowled nice. I do think I used my Summit Ascent again,
Yeah.
and it felt really good and just nice, good strikes. I have like nothing to complain about
Right.
at Samstown at all.
Yeah. I think I used Vibo and it just kept working great. So I just
I
stuck
know my
with it.
ball never died out. The line didn't die out. There
Yeah.
wasn't like anything weird. Like,
Yeah.
it was just nice. It was just nice.
Mhm.
And with all that said, out of all the alleys we bowled right now, I don't think it's going to be a spoil like a shocker. It's my favorite one we bowled on so far.
It was like every category. It won a 10 out of 10.
Legit, like
Yeah.
everything that you could compare the bowling alleys on,
Mhm.
it won.
I-
Every single one of them.
I imagine if I ordered a burger or like finger steaks,
That's-
they would have been the best food.
I get that feeling too. Like
Yeah.
everything just seemed nice,
Yeah.
like new and clean, and like was the seating and stuff was so beautiful. And, like,
Maintained.
I would
yeah.
not be surprised if just like a wonderful, beautiful burger came out.
Right.
It's just like you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It was. Samstown. I was completely entirely,
Mhm.
and the actual casino that it's in, I thought it looked like it was going to be another Orleans. I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest. Like when we pulled up, I was
I was a little
"Oh,
scared."
God.
Yeah.
But then bowling alley,
Yeah.
unbelievable. The hike
Perfection.
in was a little far, but it wasn't that bad.
No.
I really liked being in the basement, but yeah, Orleans, I was super stoked on.
Hmm.
I mean, Samstown, I was
Samstown,
super
yeah.
stoked on.
Yeah.
That's about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't have a single bad thing
me
to
either.
say.
Me either.
Yeah.
It almost makes it not interesting at all because like I have nothing
Right.
bad to say.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. It was just
Right,
good
right.
bowling. We're here at
Samstown.
Samstown, Sam's Club. It's loud as fuck in here.
And lanes are pretty sick.
And they're hosting a tournament, and we're beating them.
Yeah.
And then we went to the strike zone,
Mm.
Sunset Strike Zone, something like that.
I think so.
And this is the largest bowling alley we bowled in.
Yes.
It had 72 lanes.
I think so.
Yeah, 72 lanes. This is the largest one that we bowled in. And again, no towel, so I couldn't get a towel.
Yeah.
But when we got a lane, the counter is all the way at lane like 15,
Yeah.
and you walk in on lane 72. Seriously, oh my God, dude, we wheeled our bag all the way down
It's
there.
like a mile, it feels like.
Just because he put us all the way on the end, so we had to wheel all the way back. It was just such a long walk. But I was stoked because we got lane 69,
Unprompted.
which was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, we're gonna crank.
This is
We're
awesome, yeah.
we are gonna crank today. But I'll say I bowled first on this one. I went up, thought I was gonna eat shit because seriously,
Mm.
the approach had rubber cement on it. Like not even kidding.
It really did.
I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, I about ate shit.
So the whole alley, there's no sliding.
Oh,
You just had to plant your
had
feet.
to plant. And like I rely on my slide pretty bad,
Same.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Oh man, I struggled. I struggled big time because
It was
foot
not
just
easy.
completely sticking.
Yeah.
I struggled big time.
Yeah.
Dylan did pretty good though. He got a 615,
Yeah.
so 205. That's fine. Mine though, because of the stick, because of lane 69 being just the goon lane, I thought this was it. I thought my dream of 6 in every alley was over. And that last game, I had to battle my life away to get it, but I got a 601.
Mm.
I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
It was so tight.
Yeah.
I thought it was over. But this was the first, for the first game, I used my exotic gem and it worked really well. And then I held on to it game 2 and it just stopped working.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Splits.
And then I think I switched to my ghost, and then I was able to save it on game 3 with my ghost
Yeah.
to get a 601. But yeah, that was tight. I was very scared I was going to lose my 6.
Yeah.
So
On the goon lane.
yeah, seriously on the good one.
Yeah.
The hike in from the actual parking lot was nice because they put a door right next to the bowling alley
Right.
that you can walk through from the parking lot. But the actual walk to the counter was
so long.
oh my!
Dude.
It was like I was sweating. It was
Yeah.
so far.
Right.
You know, and I was like, dude, this is like crazy, right?
Yeah,
Like,
they needed 2 desks.
honestly, it
One
was,
for the first
or
half,
like
one
a
for the
phone.
second
You can
half.
just call from lane 7.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yo, hey, because it was so far away. It was
Yeah.
so far away. That was the largest alley, and I was like, this is
Right.
this is too big.
Imagine we like get a ball stuck and we have to
Oh
walk
my
all the
God,
way
dude,
down. Hey,
Thankfully, we didn't have anything go wrong with
No.
the lanes because I would have almost been like, let's just leave.
let's just go.
I don't even want to finish this game.
Too
I don't want
tired.
to walk down there to talk to those guys to get my ball back. Yeah, that was wild. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that was the diminishing return of like, this is too much.
Yeah,
too many lanes.
Yeah. It's too big.
It's too big.
72, that's too much.
It's too
we
much.
don't need this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Sunset Strike Zone. We got Goon Lane 69.
Yep.
And it was sticky as fuck, as Goon Lane should be.
Yeah.
But the lanes themselves felt pretty okay, I think.
Seemed,
It was really hard to say because my approach just got absolutely shit on. So like I really struggled, I think, a lot just because I couldn't approach.
Yeah. Lose momentum.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have anything else about
No.
Strike Zone?
No, it was it just seemed kind of middle of the road-ish.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Nothing.
I will say the guy that was bowling next to us, he was on the end lane, 72. He was just wearing sneakers.
It
throwing.
seemed like, yeah.
And at first I was like, holy fuck, just throwing with your sneakers on. But I said, well, basically I'm doing the same shit. I can't slide anyways. So
right.
like,
What does it matter?
so anyways, I thought that maybe that was just a thing. Everybody just uses
Yeah.
everybody just uses their Nikes to throw in Sunset. But yeah, that was I really struggled a lot in Sunset. It was not the best lane for me. Yeah, that's Sunset.
Yeah, that one was good.
Okay, now the next one, the big one. We, of course, have to hit this one because this is like the alley, right? Is South Point, and everybody knows South Point. And we got a towel. We were able to get something there, so I got a South Point towel. South Point's really interesting. I had never actually seen. I've only seen videos of like PBA shit on there, but it's split in half. I didn't really realize that.
Yeah.
And so like they have like the right lanes are like, it seems like casuals, and then left lane is like leagues and pros and shit like that.
Yeah, it was like 34 lanes, 34 lanes.
Yeah. So it was really cool that it was split like that. I kind of actually really like that.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about
One of the craziest like bowling related scenarios that I've ever encountered.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I was not. You take it, Dylan. I cannot. It was.
Yeah. So we're. I think we're second game.
Yeah.
Maybe even third game.
I think it was second game.
I think it was second, and it didn't really catch my eye until it was like, I don't know, 10 lanes down. I see a guy oiling the lane. I go, okay, that's interesting. Maybe someone just finished there and they haven't had to blah, blah, blah. And then I start paying attention and he's slowly working our way towards us. And I'm like, no way, is it? And he gets to us. We're on like frame, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something.
The real thing is, it was 8, and I think I had 6 in a row.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, you guys have to stop. I'm going to oil the lane now. It was like, I was stunned.
Okay. And like, I know South Point's insanely busy. All day, busy all day. But to me, I was on like 6 in a row. And like any other bowling alley I can picture would never stop you when you're on a tear
Never.
to fucking oil the lanes.
Yeah. Oh, you want a completely different experience all of a sudden?
You want that line you just cut in to be gone?
Yeah. Let me erase that for you.
Yeah. And he oiled it, and I did miss the 7th.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
So we had to sit and wait as he oiled our
Yeah.
lane right in front of us. And it was so, everybody, all the other lanes were just acting like totally normal. So that must be a thing that they just do.
Right.
But it like blew my fucking mind.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
is bizarre.
Can you do this in between people? Like,
Right.
wait until like lanes, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, nope, they just, hey, don't bowl.
Everyone stop.
When the oiler
Yeah.
got, it was like,
Okay.
and then Dylan and I were just like, oh.
Damn.
And then I think because of that, my game 3 sucked.
Yeah.
I like struggled big time because everything changed. We
Right.
re-oiled. It was crazy. Yeah. I was not really ready for that. This is another one that we didn't get any footage of. I think I do have a video of the guy oiling the lane.
Yeah, because
that I'll throw up. But
I think if you say that to anyone else, they'd be like, "No way did they stop you mid game."
That's what I was.
So
gonna
we
say.
had to take a picture of the guy.
I gotta show them oiling it because if you said this to like Emerald, they go no.
Yeah, there's no way
because I know that they would never do it at Emerald
ever. Right.
But yeah, no, it totally happened. I took a video of that, but we didn't get a film because it was slammed. I'm sure that's just South Point all day, every day.
Yeah.
But it's just slammed, and I just our lane was kind of in the middle of like our table and stuff was really far back from the lane. So like I didn't want to like set up my tripod just here and be in the way of everyone. So I didn't. We ended up not filming at South Point because I just didn't want to be obnoxious to people.
Yeah. Obtrusive.
But yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if the left lanes do that. I don't know. Know.
Right.
It felt like that was more for like league and stuff. I will say, as kind of expected, the pro shop was unbelievable at South Point though. Like, so they had ladies weekend there. Like there was like a women's
big tournament.
PBA tournament there, and there was Ion Max Solids. The Ion Pro Solids, I should say, were not out yet.
Yeah.
I think they're out now, but they weren't then.
Right.
And there was seriously probably 40 of them.
Just boxes
of them, all drilled, all ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because we're like, oh, we're in like the pro.
Yeah.
We're in the pros now right now.
This was in a little bit before, but this was the first one that was like, oh, everyone's taking it seriously here.
Yes,
we're out of the fun.
Like Samstown had that feeling a little bit where it's like, okay, well, everybody here is good.
Yeah.
But South Point was like, oh, everyone here is good.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried. The oiler was crazy. I still did get a 625.
Yeah.
There, so that was good. At South Point, Dylan got a 595.
Yeah, a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, and I think
I was also just like blown away.
And also our line changed halfway through the series, which is crazy. Right. Again, though, another Summit Ascent house. I threw my Summit Ascent again in South Point.
I think I used Ambush for most of that one.
Okay. I think you switched after the Oiler. If I remember right, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But Summit Ascent, I think I held on to it I just used it the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was South Point. The other thing I got to mention about South Point, because we've been talking a lot about the hikes in, this is as bad as it got. South Point was insane how far away from the door the bowling alley is.
Yeah, because it's like it's a giant casino.
Massive.
It's got a giant parking lot. That's
oh my god
already,
and like you're like 2 roads back from the casino in the parking lot. Then you got to go all over all these curbs to get there.
So it was like a football field away, just from the car to the front door.
Then the whole casino is down, so you have to go downstairs to get to the casino.
Yeah.
Then you walk all the way back to the backside,
all the way to the back,
all the way back this way to take elevators up, which then you'd have to walk all the way to the counter. It was so far.
It was like 20 minutes.
It was so far
from the car to the alley.
It was the first time that I went on a hiking trip with my bowling balls. And I was like, this is awful. This
70
is awful.
pounds.
And so when Dylan and I got there, because we had to wait like 45 minutes or something for a lane, we seriously just laid on the floor because we're like, dude, I'm like already dead ass tired from just walking into this fucking place. And then after we got done bowling, okay, cool, we bowled at South Point. Oh, awesome. Oh, the dread of fuck, we gotta walk back out.
Yeah, for real.
Like seriously, I was like, okay, can I afford to just leave some balls here?
We sat, or like we stood aside and was like, all right, what's the smartest way we could go about this? Because we shouldn't just raw dog it back to the car. We should plan it out a little bit. It was that far.
We ended up leaving our balls in the lobby, and Dylan went and got the car while I watched the balls. And then once he came in, he just fucking threw his hazards on, and then we ran all the balls back out.
Valet is like, you want me to? No.
We're just. But man, that was a hike. In the South Point. I was
by far the worst,
wild.
the longest. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that was Saturday. That was all we did on Saturday.
Yes.
Then we're into Sunday. Sunday is the last day.
Yeah.
We got a bowl. And I wanted to end on Gold Coast for a very specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because Darren Tang, that is where he records all of his YouTube videos. And I love watching Darren Tang, and I watch all his YouTube videos. And I was like, I want to just bowl at Gold Coast, right? So we're going to end on Gold Coast.
Yeah.
So we went there, and again, I'll show. It's the same towel as Sam's Town, but I got a Gold Coast towel. We ended there just so I could feel, I don't know, just so I could bowl the lanes that I've seen 10,000
on the video.
times.
Yeah.
And then we walk in, and motherfucking Darren Tang is right there.
Like as soon
Lane
as you
two.
walk in,
You walk in, he's right there.
right there.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So then I tell Dylan, I say,
That's him.
we gotta fucking do this.
Yeah.
We've gotta crank. We're gonna try to put up a series here because motherfucking Darren Tang's here.
Uh-huh.
So like, and I noticed that he had the Ion Solid. So he must have been making the video for the Ion Solid. So I was like, okay, let's just fucking crank. And because Darren was there, I felt obligated to use a storm ball. So once again, Summit Ascent made its way out. And we went up to the counter, and she puts us on lane like 6. We're 4 lanes away from Darren.
Yeah.
Like, we're right next to him. And I go, this is it. This is our time, Dylan. Let's fucking do this. And we started cranking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I felt like we were doing pretty good at Gold Coast. I think Dylan started to struggle a little bit later or something.
I could definitely tell the 4th day I was just beat.
That's okay. To give a little insight to the trip, we were planning on doing 2 or 3 bowling alleys on Sunday.
Yeah.
But man, when we got to Gold Coast, especially like after hiking into fucking South Point, I was super tired as well. And I think this is what did Dylan in, because you only got a 564 at Gold Coast, but I really had to put up one just because I was like, Darren's here. So I actually got a 677 at Gold Coast for my summit. Fucking cranking. Yeah. It felt really good. I was like, just please God, let me get one series. And we ended up calling an audible, and Dylan and I both kind of just were like, we're gonna call it at this and make Gold Coast our last. Yeah. And as far as the lanes, I actually really enjoyed Gold Coast.
It's great.
I really like their lanes. I like their setup. I like how the seats and stuff were set up to the lanes. The lane felt really oiled, felt really nice. Yeah. The pins they gave a lot of really weird strikes. Yeah. Like some bullshit strikes that you didn't really deserve. But it didn't really feel like they cucked you too much. No. I liked Gold Coast. I was into Gold Coast. Yeah. I liked it.
It seemed like the perfect like PBA.
That's the real truth.
It sounded like they do on TV. It looked like it does on TV. Yeah. It was like that perfect.
And like you can tell again, you can kind of totally feel this is another serious one. Yeah. We are serious. Yeah. And that's how it felt. And that's how I was trying to play it, just because Darren's down there. Yeah. I did make him take a photo with me, which may be a little awkward, but hey, that's okay.
There was one moment where you go, like, I just come back from bowling, and you go, I gotta stop staring at him. Well, we just met eyes.
Dude, I wanted to fucking see him throw, and then he'd keep turning and looking at me every time. I'm like, and then at one point I made eye contact when he was back at the table, and I was like,
okay, I
have to stop looking.
Just focus on bowling.
I mostly just wanted to watch him throw. To be honest, I was like, this is a rare. Right, a rare chance to actually, and like also when he does the ball reviews, he usually doesn't throw spares, so it's kind of cool to like see him throwing spares and stuff. Yeah, and so I was just, as stupid as it is, I was like fanboying, and like, I just wanted to watch him throw a little bit, but then it's like I have to stop staring, dude. Like I gotta stop staring.
It was funny,
but I also put up a 677, which is what I really wanted.
Yeah, no, you crushed.
So that felt good. Yeah, and then the lanes felt good. Gold Coast was great.
Yeah. I think if the AC was a little bit more
true, we were back to just being hot. The problem is South Point was also hot. Sunset was also hot. Gold Coast was also hot. The only one that was not hot was Sam's Town. Yeah. It was such a perfect temperature that it's like, oh, this is a diamond. Like you don't find these.
No.
But yeah, that was the end of the trip. We did do a little bit of duck pin bowling.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little 4 duck pin lane setup in Circus. So we went and played duck pin. We didn't count it towards the scores or anything because I mean it's duck pin.
Yeah. And I never played it before.
Yeah. And so, how do you feel about duck pin?
It was actually a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It's super fun. Really super fucking hard. You can't throw too fast, but you can't throw too slow.
Right.
Like the
And
little
tiny
balls. Yeah. It's just fun to bowl those. Dylan did destroy me in duck pin.
Yeah.
He fucked me up.
I was like, well, maybe I found my new game.
Yeah, this is the shit. Dylan and I decided that at some point we're gonna take a trip to the East Coast and do candle pin. So we gotta go do that. But duck pin was pretty cool.
That was fun.
And then we just did regular Vegas stuff, some degen gambling and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But as far as the bowling alleys, that was it. That was it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4,
8.
5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 lanes isn't a lot in 4 days.
Yeah.
We did put up. Do you know the total numbers?
I do.
We did put up over 10,000 pins together.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
See, you had 5126.
5126 I had total.
And I had 4910.
4910. So for the overall bet of most pinfalls, came away victory.
Yeah.
The real truth is it's what am I looking at? Gold Coast and Mesquite and Ely were what won it for me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dylan actually had the higher series with a 692 in Virgin River, which was the highest series we got. We never got a 7, which is a bummer. My highest was insanely in New Orleans.
Yeah.
The Orleans was my highest series at a 678.
With all the distractions.
Which is crazy. But Gold Coast was a 677, so only one off of the highest series. But my highest series was in the Orleans, which is so
bonkers.
So funny to me.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk about was, now that we've talked about all of them, what was your favorite alley? And what was your least favorite alley?
If we're just going off lanes.
Just purely lanes.
It's tough. I want to say, like, if I could just, like, fly in or teleport there and just roll, like, 10 minutes, it's probably a tie.
Really? Gold
Coast and Samstown, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You liked Gold Coast it felt really nice.
Yeah.
What's funny is those are my 1 and 2 as well, but I just think Samstown is as good as it gets.
It was.
Samstown is my favorite from the whole trip. It was wonderful. And I don't know if that's necessarily because we got cross lane or because of the AC, but the lanes just felt so good.
Yeah.
And but I will say Gold Coast was my second favorite.
It was also perfect.
I was low-key a little bit like trying really hard in Gold Coast, and maybe that made it more fun or something.
Yeah.
But like Gold Coast and Samstown were definitely my favorite too. Now let's go least favorite.
It's got to be the wood lanes in Ely.
Really? Ely?
Yeah.
Just purely lane though, not experience.
Right.
I feel like we have to reiterate that because across the whole weekend, the Ely was
the winner.
Just the peak experience for me. I don't know if I'll ever experience something like that again in my life. I will say, and again, I don't even think they're that bad. Twin Falls was my least favorite lanes.
Yeah.
They just were so whatever. They weren't nothing, and also Twisters. Twisters are hard to play on. And like feel good because like the strikes don't feel good on them. And like nothing like sounds nice.
And it's all kind of dull.
Yeah. And I just think Twin Falls was just whatever. Every other one like had a pretty cool. I will say, I think I ranked them incorrectly because I think Virgin River is probably my second least favorite. Okay. And that's purely because the lane kept fucking up. It would drop pins all the time. It would like not set a full rack. It would
count
jam, and then it would give you gutters. And
you throw a strike and it would mark gutter.
Shit, and like it was really
that was a little janky.
The lane was super jank in Virgin River, and I think I might have ranked it above Ely, and I don't think that's the case. Looking back on all of it, I think it's my second least favorite. But as far as experience, Ely is just the absolute peak. I can't iterate.
It really was.
meeting Darren was super cool too. He was really, really nice. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing I want to talk about was your MVP ball. What if we were to do a trip again, what ball would you for sure be taking?
For sure the Vibo.
Vibo?
Yeah.
See, and that's what I was going to say is my Vibo really was nice and Ely really nice, but it didn't really come into play anywhere else.
Yeah.
But the ball that surprisingly I used over and over and over again was my Ascent. That thing just fucking worked.
It did
everywhere.
so well.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think the nature of it, where it's so late, really worked nice with all the pins we were on and like just everything. It just worked everywhere. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That Summit Ascent was.
It's fun to watch even.
It's a really nice ball. I mean, it's in my main kit for a reason, but like, man, it was my MVP for sure. I used it everywhere. I think I didn't use it in one single lane.
Right.
But man, it just absolutely crushed. It's a nice ass ball.
Yeah.
So that was my MVP. Another little side note I wanted to say was I've switched to backup ball for my 10 pin. And I always get a little nervous that I'm like a one-trick pony type bowler where, hey, I practice all in Emerald and it works in Emerald, but does it work anywhere else? I will say I think I missed a total of 1 or 2 backup balls, full stop across the entire trip.
Yeah.
It worked everywhere. And that was one of my point of prides was I fucking destroyed 10 pins.
Out of
the
like
trip.
20 or 30 backup ball throws, you missed 1 or 2.
I'm struggling to remember one I missed.
Yeah.
Like my 10 pins were so good the entire trip, and I was super excited about that. I was very excited that I think the backup ball was a good thing to learn because man, it just worked everywhere.
For sure.
It just every single lane, all of them. It was awesome. Even the wood lanes. Yeah. I shot so many 10 pins and stuff, and yeah, I was very proud of my backup ball. That was the thing I was most excited about.
For sure.
I guess the last thing I want to talk about, because I've been talking about it ever since we went, because it was to me it was just such an amazing experience that I really wanted to ask Dylan, just genuinely, would you ever want to do that again?
1,000,000%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The hindsight, how did you feel about the whole trip?
The whole trip was great. I think the time, like the amount of days we did, was perfect. I think, I mean, just driving kind of sucks, but it's just, you have to do it.
Yeah.
We did kind of discuss, like, how could we fly with our balls?
That's what I was kind of curious, because like you could fly with 3.
Yeah.
But I kind of had a lot of fun taking all of these guys and seeing where they're at. But I mean, if we really wanted to fly, we could do 3 balls, but then we wouldn't have gotten Ely. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that's
hidden gem.
That's kind of where, I don't know. Like I appreciated that we drove. The drive back was where it was like, oh.
Yeah.
But the drive down went really quick.
It did.
And I think it's because we cut it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think if I wanted to change anything, it'd maybe like leave a little earlier and take the drive back a little slower, or like less, just like, all right, we'll just fucking one all in one go.
Right.
Still
maybe
fine
add
though.
an extra day.
Yeah.
And
just for travel back.
Stop in whatever on the way back, because I know that there's a different alley somewhere we could stop in.
Yeah.
Wherever.
Right.
And hit one more alley.
That would have been cool.
And then stay there.
Yeah.
And then make the back.
Yeah.
That'd be a great way to cut that last day up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like as we were driving back, I mean, honestly, as we were driving there, we were talking about like, where next? Where do we go next?
That's what I came away with was, I got to do this again.
Yeah.
Like it was so fucking fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, the last day, the drive was kind of like, oh man, this is like, my ass is killing me. Like,
yeah.
But like 2 days later, I was like, man, what I want to go again so bad. Right now. And I'm glad you had fun, because I loved it.
It was a blast.
I loved it. It was so fun. I would honestly do the exact same trip again, 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Because it was just fucking awesome. This is awesome. Plus, there's like 4 other lanes in Vegas that we didn't do.
Yeah. Who knew? I mean, I'm sure people know, but I had no clue Vegas was like that bowling.
Yeah, and I also didn't know that every fucking lane there has 60 plus lanes.
Yeah.
All of them are enormous.
It's so big.
It's crazy.
We're used to 20.
Yeah, Emerald has 20.
Yeah.
We pulled on 72 lanes.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
It was so insane.
Yeah, I would do it again immediately.
Yeah.
And I think with that said, I think let's shoot for next year, dude. Let's do it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is Gage and Thor. We fucking
coming at you.
We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna be back. We're gonna do a bunch more ball reviews like usual.
Mm-hmm.
And then fuck it, maybe next year we'll have another one of these. I sure hope we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Oh, and also, just like Valentino said, I love you, bro.
Love you, man.
Okay, perfect.
Vegas experience, baby. Vegas experience.